Okay, guys, live stream is starting now. Ta-da! And of course, here I am back for my last chance at showcasing the party at eClipse Club and Resort. And woo, my mouse is working overtime, and I'm not alone. I brought a friend on the call because today I started off with me solo when we did a quick a live stream with Frog, and then I came back and we did our second live stream with Jad, but I was on not show friends only, and the mistake in that is that it overpowered my machine and I crashed hard. So now everything that I do at Eclipse when it's a big party like this is show friends only. That way I don't crash. But I do have a friend with me, and I wanted to make sure you guys knew that, Eclipse is a joint effort. It is not a solo club owned by just one person. It is owned
Nope.
by Iniry and Jad. And Iniry's on the line with me.
I am. Hello. Yay.
Yeah. So and they have been here all day long, partying super hard, and of course, showing some lovin's to the VIPs and the guests because it's been a very 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 popular party. We've been packed all day long.
Yeah, we have. It's been pretty nice.
It has been, even with Frog, it was really good. I saw so many. There were so many people here.
Yeah. It's crazy. Even early on, it was crazy. I mean, we had people waiting for us to start,
Yes, yes,
which was really cool to see. Really cool to see.
yeah. Now,
You know,
I have you hostage, so I definitely want to hear you spill some tea on some fun and exciting memories from Eclipse because as much as I love Jad, he was all marketing and come on over and all that. And
oh
I,
God.
as I adore him to bits, but I was like, you know what? Let's get some good stuff and fun memories with the hosts and the DJs and some silliness in there because they 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 felt the excitement and the fact that you guys transitioned to a full sim last year and you're now still here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's just so much great stuff that has happened that got you here, so I would love for
Oh.
them to hear some of it.
Oh goodness gracious. Great stuff. The staff. It was. I mean, the VI. It's everything. I think it can't. It's not just one thing. It's never just one thing, though, is it? With a successful place and a successful business, even in real life, it's
True.
not just one thing. It's never just one person or one thing. I think it's a culmination of all the right things happening. You know, uh, the right people coming
True.
at the right time. I mean, we haven't. Some of these people, some of our staff have only been here a little while, but some have been with us since the very beginning,
Yeah.
since day one.
And
You know,
what I've
but
noticed, which is really kind of cool and exciting, is that we've had staff that have been coming to Eclipse for a while, and they
yeah,
converted into staff because they loved it
yep,
so much, and
yep,
that was one of the fun things I found out about Zeus. I didn't know that Zeus was a VIP, but he's been a VIP
mm-hmm,
for quite a while through Kulara, and
yep,
next thing you
yep,
know, kaboom, he's one of our
yep.
most wonderful hosts, and he's spot on. He brings like this great, and I was we were just talking about this earlier too. He's like so spot on with his style, and it's like you guys dress like it's
Oh
true. He it's like you guys have this synergistic thing where you just it just works every
yeah, it's
time.
it's really funny because honestly, we don't like sit here and hourly coordinate. We don't. I told him what color I was wearing tonight. That's it. That's all I told him. I told him I was wearing black and gold,
Yes.
and you see how we showed up.
Yeah, I'm getting a shot of him right now, like a real time shot
Yeah.
of him. I'm doing a quick rotate because this outfit is like to die for fabulous.
Is yeah. He is an amazing. He's like a fashionista, like me.
He
He's very
is.
much like me, very much, and we gel very well.
Yes.
So he's
Yeah.
really good in that aspect.
That's why I harassed him
Yeah.
for the announcement video. That's why
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, Zeus, I need your help me.
It's funny because and you said how he was a VIP and then turned into a staffer. That's how we prefer it.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to have someone come here and spend some time here first as a VIP, as a guest.
Yes.
And then let me know if you would like to work here.
Yeah.
I don't and we tell people that when people apply for a job at eClipse and we do we have online applications, you know.
Mhm.
When people apply, we tell them, look, come hang out because if they've never been to the club before and they've applied, we tell them, look, come hang out with us.
Yes.
Come hang out with, you know, choose a different. We want them to come to at least two different sets, two different DJs. I mean, we have several, but pick
Mhm.
two. Come experience the club and let
Mhm.
us know, see whether or not you would like to work here. Because sometimes, you know, you just don't mesh and you don't gel. Well, we want to
Very true.
find that out first before you actually start working here, you know. And that's how we do it. I mean, it's not like other clubs in Second Life where you just, you're a no name, you get hired, you come in, you
Yeah.
work, and that's it. It's not like that here. It's different. And so we'd rather not have a person and be short people than have someone that's going to stay for a day and leave.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. So you come here, hang out with us, see if you like it. And then if you do, amazing, awesome. Let's do it. You know,
Wow.
that's how we
Well,
usually do it.
that's how I started. I mean, basically, I came in as a
Yeah, it
VIP, and
is.
I think, and you know, I did host for a little while, but I ended up moving into the marketing side and doing videos and different things, and
Yep.
then, you know,
Well, that's your niche. That's what
yeah,
you like doing.
and I mean, that worked out. I'm so excited because we were one of the first people to do the Barbie dances, and we had that Barbie
Oh
event,
yeah,
and
that was so much
that
fun.
was so much. And then right after that, we had the really cool oh god, what was the one with Tim Curry where he dances and he's in
Oh, Rocky
drag,
Horror,
and then we had Rocky Horror
Rocky
Night
Horror.
right after that. That was so fun
Oh
too.
yeah, and Zeus made a great Frankenfurter. Speaking of Zeus,
Yes, it was
and
fun.
everybody. We got a picture from that. It's on our Facebook page. I've had it's not there on the cover shot right now, but I had put it as a cover shot on our Facebook page because it was such a great picture of the a group of us, the
Yeah,
VIPs, the staff, all dressed in our Rocky Horror garb. It was awesome.
yeah,
I love doing that set. That set is amazing. I
that's a
love
fun
it.
set.
So
That's a
much
fun
fun.
night always.
Yeah, it is always, and I only do it once a year. I
Yes,
only do it for Halloween. But it just makes it more special when you do it when you do it once.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
oh God, there's so many memories throughout the course of 5 years. It's crazy.
You know what, I loved your, and I didn't get a chance to even tell you, I think, that night, but your did the most rockin' Dia de los Muertos party this
Oh
last year in
yeah.
November. Oh, you killed it. I had so much fun, and Zeus came in and he had this really cool aura of little ghosts that were floating off of him,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
everybody was dressed to the nines. It was the most fun set, just checking everybody out and just dancing to different Spanish music, and just a mix. It was a really nice mix because you you
Yeah.
you put it together, and we had a really good variety there.
Yeah. That night, and then we have it over in our little La Plaza area
Yeah, yeah.
here at Eclipse. Our new. Well, I mean, it's an addition because we have the full sim now.
Yes.
So we were able to expand a little bit and add to that and have a full Latin area now. It's kind of like a little Mexico or a little. It doesn't look like Cuba. It's more of a little Mexico, I think. But
Yeah.
we just call it the La Plaza, and it's really nice. Yeah, that uh,
We did a
Dia
quick
de
tour
los
of it.
Muertos was really fun.
We did a really quick little tour of the plaza. I ended up
Okay.
uh, when I was with Jad and we were talking through. I did a quick scan by of it, and I showed all the little areas, including the where the
Nice.
host and DJ stand and stuff.
Hmm.
And I did a. There were some places we didn't get to look at. We didn't get to look at
Okay.
the oh so lovely Fever Pitch or Decade sets.
Oh,
I kind of left those to have people explore because those are up above. And since we were doing everything
yes.
in the club below, it just made sense. I did show everybody Frog Stage during Jad's set, and the beach and
Oh,
the
nice.
patch. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that area over there where Frog was today was another new area for us. I just finished that not long ago.
I remember.
So,
It looks great.
yeah.
Oh gosh, I was telling everybody how much I loved your entrance.
Oh, yeah. The
I mean,
entrance to the to the
to the club
new
today.
area over there.
Well, no, the stage area is
Oh,
gorgeous,
this entrance.
but
Okay.
this entrance, oh my god,
Oh, yeah.
I love this gate. I love this gate. It's like so pretty.
This, isn't that pretty? I love
It
that
is.
gate.
It is, and it's like walking through it, you feel so fancy.
I know, right?
it's
The
I
little lights.
Yeah, the fairy light. I'm telling you, if I ever saw this in real life, I have a feeling that I would just, that would be the place that or I'd find somebody who could do something similar
Oh, yeah.
at a studio somewhere to lay it out and copy it because it's really pretty. I can't because imagine walking through that in real life. Oh my gosh, it's
Oh,
so
wow. Yeah.
pretty.
That would be cool, though. All the lights and stuff and the fairy lights.
Yes,
That'd be
yes.
weird. I don't know if anybody it's kind of metal. A metal worker could make it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. This is the kind of stuff that, people like, you could totally make a mint off of an entrance like this
Oh, yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
you could reuse it over and over again because it's so pretty.
Yep.
And this could work at a vineyard. It could work in a studio setup. It could work, especially like here in California. We have between all the wonderful outdoor rustic places and all of the studio spots where like between Warner Brothers and Century City Studios and all the places you can rent out because
Hmm.
a really good party planner could make it look so good.
Yeah. It would look pretty here in Florida as well.
Yeah,
Although right now it's a little bit chilly here.
that's what I hear.
Yeah. Well, I'm down in Central Florida, so I didn't get any of the snow, thank God. But it has been cold. I will say that. So, but yeah, craziness.
True that. So okay, now how long have you known Jad? Because this is something that we didn't bring up when I was talking to him.
Oh, okay. I met him. Oh goodness, he's known a few of these people here longer, but I met him at SL13B. So
Wow.
what year was that? I don't remember what year that was.
Okay, I met him at SL18, which was 2020. So 13 is 5 years before. So you met him in 2015.
15. So I met him in 2015. SLB. I met him. I found me and a friend of mine, Taza Rofo. She's not on SL anymore. Um, we were looking for something to do, and we were like, I love disco music. Okay, absolutely love it. And well, I love all music, but we were looking for some fun, and it was a Tuesday night, and it was late, and there was nothing. There was nothing, and I was searching the event listings, like I usually do, and I found disco. I was like, holy, jeez, disco! Oh my gosh! All right, let's go. So we did. We went. It just so happened to be at SLB. And now we hear this DJ and we're like, oh my God, this DJ's amazing. We're all enamored. And I'm like, all right, we got to find out where this DJs normally. So I IM'd him, we start talking, and the rest is history, basically.
Yep.
I started working with him where he worked before, and we worked together for a couple years, and then we left that other place and came here, and well, we left that other place to make eClipse. So there you go.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
I'm telling you, because I met him doing the disco set at SL 18B, and
There you go.
yeah,
See that crazy?
and I ended up following you guys back because he was having an after party at the club, and I
Yep.
followed.
Yeah. We found a few people like that. We found you. We found you, and we found a couple other people at SLB. We also found people at Fantasy Fair.
Oh, I
We
know.
found several at Fantasy Fair. We found DJ Callie at Fantasy Fair. We found Key and all her friends at Fantasy Fair.
Yeah.
Who else did we find? We found several people at Fantasy Fair that still come.
There's so many
So
cool. I mean, there's so many cool people. What you know, and I wish I could remember her name. There are at least two dinkies that come to Eclipse that,
oh yes. Oh gosh, what's her name?
and they
Starts
design
with an M.
too.
Starts with an M.
Oh, I wish I could remember
I
her
forget her
name.
name. It starts with an M. I know her name. Just forget it at the moment. I got so much in my head right now.
Oh, I
Um,
understand. But she's so fun. I got their permission to do shorts, so I've taken pictures of
nice.
them, shorts of them dancing, and loaded them up for
Hmm.
Fantasy Fair. And they're a designer
Nice.
too, so they do some beautiful design work for dinky wear. And I was so inspired by their dinky avatar that I got my own dinky avatar.
Nice. I want to say Mika. That's it. Mika. Mika-chan.
Yeah, Mika-chan. I love Mika-chan. Like I said,
That's her.
inspires me like the day, because Mika-chan got me so excited about being a dinky that I actually did an entire video intro for Drama Libre for another live stream I do at 8 p.m. usually, and
Hmm.
I literally dressed as a dinky with it and became a disco dinky.
Nice.
I
I
actually
think
have a disco
Kalara
dinky
does
on
a
it.
dinky sometimes too.
Yeah,
Yeah. And everyone's welcome here at
true,
Eclipse.
true.
Fairies, dinkies, it doesn't matter. As long as your bits are covered, you're good to go. Come on down.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter. Everyone likes music, so
But
yeah,
it's
we have a nice little fairy. We have a couple fairies that come here
oh
regularly.
yeah. Aeon does. Aeon has the prettiest fantasy looks.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, yeah. Yes, she does. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The all four of those ladies do. Aeon, Jazz, and Key, and
Yazoo.
Elfie. I think the other one. Yazoo has a really cool furry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good stuff. A lot of the fantasy.
But those
And
sets are so fun. Those sets are so fun.
oh gosh.
The reason I love Fantasy Fair so much is because it's the only time you can come as anything, a fairy, a
Yeah.
dinky, anything you want.
Hmm.
You can come as a witch, just any kind of character, anything, and you end
Hmm.
up dancing with dragons.
Yeah.
And it's not like they want to eat you. I was telling a friend of mine,
No.
it's not like they want to eat you. No, you're dancing with dragons. They're your friend, and they're
Hmm.
enjoying the music just as much as you are, and it's the funnest thing.
Yep. Have one of those avatars, one of those big giant dragons
Yeah.
that I put on every once in a blue moon.
Yes.
Fly around the sim. It's
Yeah.
always fun. Good stuff.
Yes. Very good stuff. And thanks to you, one of the really cool things that Eclipse does, and we didn't mention this in the previous live stream, is the Mad P hunts.
Oh, those are so fun.
They are really
I
fun.
love doing them. I love doing them because, I mean, not only does it bring people here,
It
but
does.
I like bringing the people here and having them enjoy the hunt. Like
Yeah.
that's the best part. You
And
know,
and
finding the items,
and you've gotten
not
voted
hiding
top
them.
10. You've gotten voted top 10 more than
Yes,
once.
several times. Yeah, we have our little trophies in our office over there, and yeah, we've gotten it a couple times, which is really cool because we don't. 9 times out of 10, we don't usually spam it or say it or anything. We just get that because the people vote us for that
Hmm.
of their own accord, which is really cool. It's pretty awesome that they just do it because they want to, not because they're told to.
Hmm.
It's kind of nice when it's that way. You know, it's good stuff. And they always they always Vixen is one. She
Yes.
always says that she yells at me when I hide the items. 'Cause I hide them in plain sight, but they just might be a little hard to find. But they're in plain sight. They're not hidden. They're right there. They just blend in with their surroundings. That's what I try to do. I try to blend them all in. So it's really fun.
You have a good eye
Good
because
stuff.
there are times when I'm standing right on top of it and I don't see it.
Yeah. It's good though. That's good. It's fun. I love those things. And I love decorating the sim like the landing point
Yes.
for each one of the themes
Yes.
for the hunt. That's fun too.
Yeah,
I'm
and
I
you
love
always do a good
decorating.
job
I
with it
love it.
too.
I love it. That's like my favorite part. I love decorating. It's like my niche.
That's your
That's
jam.
my yeah. That's my happy place. There we go. That's my happy place. Building and decorating and all that. That's my happy place. So I love DJing. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy DJing, but I love building too. So
Yeah, it
good stuff.
totally shows. It totally shows.
Yeah. Oh, Aeon just won the gift card.
I heard.
There we go. Aeon won the gift card. Yay! And JAd's doing his usual thing. How many people are here right now? Let's see.
Oh God, I'm. It's pretty close. We're packed. I mean,
Mm,
like I said, I'd be
yeah.
crashing right now if if it wasn't friends only.
Oh gosh, yeah. I know. I think Vixen had to do the same thing. Oh yeah, and you're filming too.
And I have a gaming laptop, so this stuff has some
Nice.
juice.
Yeah.
It has
Right.
juice.
Right. So it should be able to handle it.
Oh yeah,
And we have 40 people here right now. That's not
there you
too
go.
shabby.
That's a hot Saturday
Not too
night.
shabby.
That's a
Yeah.
very hot Saturday night. We're probably top of the destination, I'm sure, our hot places.
We're up there probably.
What's hot? Well, let's see.
Muddies. Yeah, we're up there. We're not far
We're at
behind.
42. Right.
Yeah,
We're
42. Look at that. Yeah. Good stuff. Just below Rockin' Robin.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All
It's
day.
happening, place.
It is. And you know what? That's fun. It's what's so funny is that who was I talking to the other day about oh, Philip Linden was telling us to use the latest version of Firestorm. So all day today, I've been forcing myself to use the latest version of Firestorm.
That's all I use, honestly.
Me too. Well,
That's
I
all
use
I use.
Alchemy. Alchemy actually is kind of prettier. It does a really nice job rendering, and there's some
Does it?
detail in it that you don't get from Firestorm. But Firestorm has a lot of pluses, like show friends only. So you can still see
Yeah.
people even if you're in a super pack sim.
Yeah. Right. I'm not getting any lag right now. So, um, maybe it's because I've been here all day. I don't
Yeah.
know. I have no idea. I'm at like 55 FPS, which is pretty good. So, I'm doing good. I know there was a time where I didn't have that FPS, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
argue.
You know what I need to do? I need to set up my desktop. My desktop is still sitting unplugged in, which I need to fix that soon.
Ah, yes. I'm on my desktop, so yeah, that's probably maybe why.
Because the desktop works, it has is there's just something about using a desktop that the way it works, it just works better than a laptop.
Sometimes, yeah.
So, but
Sometimes it does.
all right, let me think. One okay. Well, we have the Tiger and Rosie show, so I'm gonna do a quick shot of Tiger and Rosie because people haven't really. Hold on,
Oh,
there's the piano. Let me get a shot of Tiger
that
and
is
Rosie
every
dancing.
Friday night,
Yes, 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 yes,
and they have decades on Thursday night as well.
yes. And he does Tuesday nights with Veronic, right? Veronic
Correct,
or
yes.
yeah.
Tuesday nights at 7. Tuesday nights are at 7, and then Thursday night and Friday night are both at 9 SLT.
And Tiger and Rosie, one of the really unique aspects of Tiger and Rosie is that it's not just a radio show or virtual metaverse show where you're in world dancing and doing stuff. We're also on a Discord server, so it's a huge group
Right,
chat plus a
right.
dance thing plus I mean, where we talk about all
It
sorts of stuff.
it's an entity on itself, really.
It
It's
really is.
hard to describe. It's really hard. I mean, you have to experience it, really. I mean, it is a talk show, but it's not really a talk show per se.
Yeah.
It's because it's everybody talking.
Yeah.
So
And
a
it's
talk show would
it's
just
a
be like
stream of
me and you
consciousness
talking.
moment. Yeah, it's a stream of consciousness
Yeah, right.
moment. So
Yeah,
we'll talk about all sorts of silliness. We'll talk about
yeah.
food, questions. The only thing we don't talk about are politics, religion, and stuff that will get us the politics or religion. But pretty much
Heated.
everything
Yeah,
else,
stuff that gets heated. We try to stay away from that stuff. It's supposed to be light, and yeah, that's the way they keep it. You know, if a conversation leans towards the uh the delicate subjects, we try to kind of steer it away.
absolutely.
So, and you can tell, but it's always fun. Nobody ever gets angry at one another, or you know what I mean. It's usually
True.
it's all in fun, always, usually. So we've never had, knock on wood, had an issue.
No, we've been really
No,
lucky.
no. So I mean, everybody's been pretty cool. I mean, when they first started it, I remember when they first started it, and this was a couple years ago when they first joined us. Um, they first started it, and people weren't used to it. So, and it's something you have to get used to. It really is.
True.
So the people in local chat that didn't join the call were upset because not as much conversation was happening in local. And here, that's something here at eClipse that people are used to,
Yes.
where local chat is very healthy here at Eclipse. Our
Yes.
local chat is probably the best on the grid.
True.
We have a healthy local chat. And for that show, our local chat isn't as active. Now, mind you, we do still talk. We try to purposely talk in local as well for
Yes.
those who don't participate. But there was one, I don't even remember who it was. I have no idea, couldn't tell you because it was a couple years ago. Someone had a problem with us not talking in local as much. And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't like it and they complained to me and Jad. And there really was nothing we could do about it. We wanted the Tiger and Rosie show to continue. It wasn't going to change. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We are more conscious of the local chat per se, but it's not it we're on voice, so the local chat does take a little bit of a hit, you know,
It does,
because we are all talking.
those who are on Discord though on the server, they don't lose out because you guys are
No,
constantly checking
no.
the general tab, where people
Yes.
contribute to the conversation that they're hearing, literally, um,
Yes.
in voice. So, and you can join
Yep.
the voice call and put and mute your mic and just listen in, and then put whatever you
Yep.
want to say in general, and everybody catches up. So it's kind of nice. I
Yep.
mean, I like it's a really kind of well-rounded mix because it puts you in a space where you really get to know you get to know each other and play off each other and get silly. And I mean, we
Yep.
talk about there's so many silly subjects we've talked about.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's all different kinds. It's everything. And we do try to keep the conversation. I don't want to say adult because it's not adult. It's normal conversation. But we don't have childish subjects. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Or maybe we do actually. I
Sometimes
shouldn't even
it just
say that because
depends.
sometimes we do. Sometimes we do actually. We're laughing our butts off.
Yeah.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. I'll skip over that because sometimes we do act childish. So never mind. Uh, we're crazy sometimes in there.
It
Yeah,
gets very silly.
it does sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool. The funnest I think nights are the theme nights when we actually have questions and stuff that we
Yeah.
go into.
Yep.
Those are always pretty cool.
They are. I'm about to start on the next raffle for the VIPs here. Next raffle now. Yay! Okay, to Nomad. Good stuff.
Oh, Nomad has so much stuff. I just saw
Isn't
something that
that an
I wanted to
amazing
buy.
store?
You know, I they used to be on 50 Linen Friday, and I'm glad they're not on 50 Linen Friday anymore because the stuff has gotten better.
Oh, her stuff is great. Her stuff is her stuff's been. I mean, she's been around a long time. That store.
Ah,
She has. She's been around for quite a while. I remember her. I remember her. Gosh, it's been a few years. She's been around quite a while. I want to dig into my inventory and see. I'm not going to dig into it now, but see how what the oldest item I have of hers is, because she's been around for a long time. But yeah, she's gotten really good at what she does.
yes, yes. Because there's
There's
stuff.
so many good stores.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it becomes a shopping extravaganza without
Oh
even
yeah.
trying.
Yep, it does.
Which reminds me, I still have to buy. There's a this okay. This week I have this thing. Next week I'm actually hosting for the Second Life Video Creators Group awards show. So I'll be hosting and doing that on Saturday. So it's
Oh, nice.
yeah, because the year before I won for best host. this year they actually want me on stage and doing that, and I'll be doing show friends only
Nice.
again. But now that I know that it works, I'm gonna work it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, because that sim gets packed. I mean, we're talking they have a space for 100. Linden Lab allowed
Hmm.
them a bigger sim, a bigger server this year,
Oh wow.
so they can let in 100 and like I think 45.
Nice.
But even that, it's just insane, and it's all about people who create content like video like I do, and live stream and all
Right.
that stuff. So it's a fun group. I've learned more than I ever thought I would learn. I actually finally
Hmm.
learned how to use my Xbox 360 controller,
Oh
so
gosh.
so I can do pan
I'd be
shots.
lost.
It's not that
I'd
bad.
be lost.
I found a video that is really good that teaches you what the settings are, and then you just have to play with it and use it,
Oh, nice.
so you can move
Good.
and stuff.
God love YouTube, right?
It makes for a
There's a
really.
video for everything.
Oh, I know, I
Like
know.
you can learn so much. You can learn anything. You know, you can learn anything. You really
It's
can
either
nowadays.
YouTube. It's either YouTube or the net. I found okay. I
Yeah, or the net
found
anywhere. Yeah.
I found the best brisket slow roast recipe
Mhm.
in YouTube. I also found a really great recipe for birria, which is shredded beef. That
Oh, nice.
is foolproof. You never get it wrong. It always tastes really good. Um, and
Nice.
then I found a good one for slow cooked chicken teriyaki, orange chicken.
Oh,
I,
nice.
I got recipes and videos for this year. I learned. Oh gosh, I'm going diarrhea of the mouth. But I learned how to do peanut brittle. I figured out a way to do peanut
Okay.
brittle, um, on a stove, and it's
Oh.
super easy. It's super easy, and it comes out really good. It's and
Huh.
it's just basically a combination of refined sugar, powdered sugar, and light corn syrup with a little vanilla,
Mhm.
and of course peanuts, lightly salted.
Well, of course. Yeah.
And
Nice.
and it's easy. One they gave me a trick that I don't even need a candy thermometer. Usually you need a candy thermometer to tell you when your pot has reached um, cracking stage, when your brittle is ready
Right.
to be mixed with the peanuts. Well, what I did was I found a trick, and the trick is called the ice water trick, where you get a little glass of ice water, you keep it right next to your pot with um, that has the melted sugar and the corn syrup
Mhm.
and the water, and then you pour a little bit into the ice thing. If it turns into a little ball in a rock and it sinks to the bottom, you're at crack stage.
Oh,
It doesn't take
how
long.
cool is that?
I mean, literally, I made really good peanut butter over the holidays, and I think it didn't even take me more than 20 minutes. It just had to
Nice.
set. I set it overnight, and the very next day,
Mhm.
I set it overnight. I literally left it nicely wrapped with saran and whatever, and then the next morning, I lifted it and slammed it on the table, and it cracked.
Oh.
And
Oh.
then I shared it.
There you go. It's supposed to crack, right?
It's supposed to crack, and I also learned how
Yep.
to do peppermint bark.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people do that.
Preppy kit. One of my favorite bakers and cook guys on the internet for YouTube is called the Preppy Kitchen, and it's this guy who he and his husband have this. He used to be, I think, a teacher, and he just
Mhm.
loved to cook, and so he started doing these YouTube videos just because he loved to cook, not for anything else. Next thing you know, he's there. People are loving his videos, and then he starts his own like store where he affiliate links to buy the stuff that he uses in his kitchen.
Oh,
And so the nice thing
there
about
you
that
go.
is you can buy really good food processors. He uses the KitchenAid mixer, which is like the top
Yeah, the
standard
best.
mixer, the best one you can get.
Yeah,
I
one I want that I don't
Oh
have. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That,
300 bucks.
yeah, no.
Yeah. I got myself a. I,
Yeah.
I cheated. I got myself a coffee. um, a coffee kitchen stand mixer, but it's not perfect. It's not as powerful as a KitchenAid,
Mhm.
but it does work, and it's still pretty. It's close enough for me. I'm happy.
Yeah, there you go. I don't have one, period. So I just have the hand one. So yeah, I need to get one of those.
I got the
Love
well,
baking.
before I even got into cooking, my favorite thing was, and this is a cheat I have for making the fluffiest eggs ever.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give you my fluffy egg recipe.
Okay.
You put your first of all, you get a clean bowl. Make sure that it's clean. If you need to make sure that it has no fat on it, that's fine. Go ahead and put a little. I learned one of the best cleaning agents is vinegar, white vinegar.
Oh
Eh,
yeah.
So you put a little white vinegar around it if you have so it cleans it off and then wipe.
Hmm.
Then you put your egg whites first. Put your egg whites first. You can do a hand mixer, any kind of mixer you want to use. Fluff them up into meringue form almost. And once they're
Yeah.
nicely fluffy and aerated, add your yolks.
Right.
Then cook them.
That makes sense.
And they make and then of course add your butter when you're cooking them. Um, Keep them on a slow cook, not a medium flame. Don't use too high a flame.
Yeah.
And they end up fully cooked, super buttery, super delicious.
Nice.
Hmm.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, it comes out there. It's nice because I remember there was a point where my mom was hosting students for that were going to the university here in the United States, and they were taking a
Hmm.
3 month course. Well, one of her gifts to them when they were about to depart on their last morning was to give them breakfast. She'd make the pancakes, I do the eggs. And
Okay.
every time I did these eggs, they not only came out perfect, but the volume was such that it fed more people.
Oh, nice.
I
Well,
ended up
that's always
using
nice.
so literally me, I could use 6 eggs and I could feed like 6 people.
Yeah,
And they were just nice and
that's
fluffy,
nice.
and they got a nice portion of the scrambled eggs.
Nice.
Hmm.
How cool is that?
Yeah, so it worked out in my favor. I learned some tricks.
That's always fun. And I love cooking, so I like baking.
I wish I could. I love
DJ
my
DJ
mom.
Iniry is a baker.
I love my mom. I want to learn how to bake, but part of my thing is she just hogs the kitchen, so it's hard. I
Oh,
I actually have I literally still have the ingredients to make Florentine lace cookies, which I'm going to do. I have
nice.
and I have the ingredients for the infamous shortbread and oh god, you name it.
Right.
I've got
Nice.
so I'm gonna definitely do that. I want to make meringue cookies too, because those meringue cookies, if you do them just right, they're not only nice and crunchy, but you can dip them in chocolate, and it just
Ooh,
yeah.
our Rosie here, our Rosie,
Yes,
Tiger and Rosie, she's a
yes.
baker. Did you see this? You should see the sourdough bread she just made.
Oh,
Homemade sourdough bread. Oh my gosh, it looks so gorgeous.
I
Oh,
love sourdough bread. That's like my absolute favorite
yeah.
kind of bread.
She showed me a picture of it. It's like, oh my god, I'm jealous.
Yeah, good bread is hard to do. Getting it
Yeah, it
just
is.
right. Oh,
Yes, it is.
because
Yes,
between the
it
you
is.
can't over knead, you can't you have to
Yeah,
you have to
no.
let it rise, you have to
Yep.
and there's a lot of special steps. It's a very very strenuous kind of thing. I was laughing because I was watching the movie where they were showing how they learned the formula for good bread, and
Ah,
it made me laugh because it was a show about God. Who was that lady who had that funny voice? And she was on PBS for a
oh.
long time. She was a really famous cook.
Oh gosh.
Julia Child.
Julia Child?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they did a show on her experience, as she was developing her show and becoming famous for cooking
Okay.
and stuff. And her husband and her best friend got into this bread thing where they were just desperate to make the best bread they could make, and they kept making it wrong. And then they
Oh
finally
wow.
somehow put in this asbestos brick, and that made it work. And I
Oh
was
my
like, oh
gosh.
no, because at the time no one knew how bad that was. But
Right.
in the 60s, everybody was clueless about that stuff. Now they're not, but
Right. Yeah.
it's like the cool thing too, though, is people are a lot more precise now. So when you get a recipe online, whether it's from a website or an actual YouTuber,
Yeah.
it's it's a solid recipe. Because if you get it wrong,
Usually. Yeah.
it's usually a solid recipe. I have yet to find a really bad recipe, but it's usually attached to a really nice blog post, and they show them baking it so that you can
Yeah.
tell it's a they know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yep.
But
I
yeah,
know you got to test it, but yeah.
you
Other than
definitely got
that,
to
you're
test
good.
it. I'm still trying to
Yeah. You got
find.
to be like, okay.
I love round table pizza. I'm trying to find the round table pizza sauce recipe. I want to
I
be able
have
to make
no
that at
idea.
home. I want to make it at home. Well, it's taking me a while. It's hard to find. It's a hard recipe to crack because it has a peppery finish, and the flavor, you have to get it just right or it doesn't work.
Right.
You can't over tomato it. You can't under and it's a variety of different spices on that, and a little bit of fennel and stuff. So it's interesting. But I learned a lot. I've learned a lot in the past, like 6 months or 5 months. I've learned a lot because
Nice.
I realized one thing: a food processor is great, but a food processor cannot powder spices. You need a spice grinder,
No,
a spice grinder, coffee
yeah,
grinder for that.
yeah,
I'm learning a ton. I'm spending a ton. I'm spending a ton learning, but I'm
well,
learning a
yeah,
ton.
yeah. Learn as you go.
True that. True that. True that. All right. Well, before we go, can you believe we've been on for 47 minutes. Uh,
Oh my goodness.
the
My
longest.
gut's telling me that I need to get up and go walk around for a second. That's definitely true.
There you go. All right. Well, one last message before we go to whoever you
Yep.
want to say it to, and then we'll call it a night.
Oh, I'll say it to everyone. You guys come spend your time at Eclipse Club and Resort. And to those at Eclipse Club and Resort, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. Have a great day. Have fun. Love is love. And that's what I say when I end my DJ sets. You guys are awesome. Kat, thank you
You
for
are
having
very
me.
welcome. Yeah, it's been
And
fun.
thank you for being a part of us at Eclipse. And we will see you soon.
All right.
Uh,
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And that is it for tonight.